Alright friends, tonight we made homemade hamburger helper. And I mean homemade. Look at that. You see that? Beautiful. Welcome back, friends. First things first, before we get started in this kitchen, cheers. Salute. And we're gonna get into it. These are all the ingredients we needed to make today's meal. Got a new toy. We're gonna talk about that too. Alright friends, don't judge me on my chopping. I ain't no chef for real. I know how to cook the shit out this shit. So we're gonna use this whole onion. Chop the shit out this motherfucker. I personally, I'm not a big fan of onions, but I love street tacos, so I guess I am a fan. But yeah, we're gonna cut this shit up real quick. Let me get back with you. Let's get into it. We got the fucking green pepper. I think it got balls. This might be a boy. Might have picked out the wrong shit, you guys. Either way, we're gonna cut this whole up. I'm pretty sure those are balls. I think they have balls. I'm pretty sure there's a male and a female green pepper. Those are like balls, friends. Still like a set of balls. Oh, should I cut this or nah? Alright, I'll get back with you. We're gonna have a shot. We are always on tequila. It's an 1800 kind of night. So, let's take these shots, friends. I got this pan going. Matter of fact, I think it might be hot for me. Yes, we use great value butter around here. If you got a better butter brand that is real salted butter sticks and non-salted, let me know. But other than that, yeah, it's gonna be great value. I don't have no damn Aldi, otherwise it'd be Aldi brand. You hear me? I'm all about saving a buck. So, look at the wrist. See that? All right, let's take a shot, friends. Cheers to my man, who's the cameraman. Oh, you want the boobies to touch, huh? Damn perv. Cheers to you guys. I'm gonna take this one on camera with you guys. Friends, I got the biggest fucking pan I have in my house. Don't rinse that bitch off. You must rinse before you use it. We got our peppers and our onions right here. We're gonna stop this bitch right here. Turn that bitch on like 5.5, you know what I'm saying? Let that heat up. And once it heat up, I'm gonna throw some butter in there and I'm gonna saute these vegetables. As soon as I get some heat, we're gonna take a shot. Friends, we're gonna melt that down now. Peppers and onions. Slide them right in there. Smack it on the butter a little bit. Get all that out of there. Get a little of that. Now, friends, do not judge me on my seasonings cabinet. Yes, it's all over the place. No, this is not garlic herb salt free. It is a mixture of everything in this damn cabinet. But we're gonna start with some of this. Season that up real good. And I season heavy like it says in the bio. We don't measure nothing. Matter of fact, that's empty. That's empty. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go right here to the next one that's already pre-mixed for me. And it used to say mixed, but you know, stuff happens. Gonna season that up some more. Make it real pretty. On top of that, I'm a little Mexican. Y'all don't know that yet, but you're gonna find out. We got this little Saison right here. I'm gonna put a little Saison in that bad boy. If I can open it, yes, it's left over. If we don't use the whole thing, we wrap it on up. By the way, friends, excuse my washing and drying in the background. We are adults and we do have chores. It's a Saturday and 4:30 on Monday morning comes so damn fast. And my boss said, do not be late or it's a write-up. All right, friends, let me find something to mix this up. Oh, here we go. Swirl this around a little bit, friends. I don't like crunchy vegetables, friends. Like I said, I love street tacos, but that's the only crunch I'm doing on my damn food. So we're gonna saute this down real nicely, real nicely. And when I got it where I need to be, you gonna know. Friends, so we got that saute. You see that? It's a nice color to that too. Nice color. Alright, we're gonna spread them legs. Just like that, we're gonna spread them legs. Spread them wide. Alright, the grocery store didn't have exactly what I wanted, so we did 80-20 ground beef. Yes, Kroger brand, 100 pure beef. Let's get into it. Don't have no gloves on, so we use this bag as a glove for us. And I will take my trash out in the morning, friends, if you are wondering. Might be tonight, depends on how my wife feeling. She love to go for a walk to the dumpster. Alright, we're gonna drop that hole in there like that. Bam! Just like that. We're gonna let it cook, face down, ass up, for a few seconds before we cut her up. Put those right there to her. I don't believe in seasoning my beef before it's drained, but I am gonna put a little light seasoning on that hole. Let's see what we got in here, friends. Let's do this Walmart brand shit right here. Cost me $1, so if it runs off, it's cool. Add some of this. Not too much, because it's just salt based. We don't want it salty. My favorite though is this complete. So yeah, we're gonna add some of this to there too. It ain't supposed to be like that, but you know, whatever. Add that on that hoe. We're gonna add this knockoff Mrs. Dash. Great value. I told you, we all over her. We don't buy produce through there, but we'll buy this. Or meat. We'll do some seasoning. We're gonna add this original Mrs. Dash knockoff brand to her. We're gonna also add some, let's go with the blend. That sums it up. Oh, I don't like the blend, friends. You got salt in there, I don't want no salt. But we're gonna go with this onion powder. Can't go wrong with onion powder. Remember, you never can go wrong with onion powder. I'm see if I can find that garlic powder in here. Garlic powder. Got a little garlic powder for her. And let's hit that bad boy with this Lowry's total seasoning. Lightly. Feel like that. And this is what we're gonna do. She's been cooking on that side for a minute. Let's see what we got on the other side, friends. Still a whole thing. That whole, there that whole goes. All right, let her cook a little bit on that side. I'm gonna lightly season this side too, friends. I mean lightly too. For garlic powder, you can always be heavy on the powder type stuff. Speaking of garlic, I got something for you, friends. I got some garlic. There's garlic somewhere around here I gotta go find. We can be heavy on salt-free anything. Don't worry, friend. We're gonna get back to this once it's ready. We ain't gonna use that good mixture on some raw meat. We gotta drain that shit. Add that on in there. Onion for you. Remember, we season and tie. And says to say stop. Huh? Stop. Alright, bet. See how I stop like that? Lightly with this shit again. You know what? We're not even gonna do that again because I'm scared. I don't like too much salt on my shit. Lightly on this one too. Bam. Just like that. We'll add a little bit of this hoe in there. Well, plenty of this hoe salt free. Alright, friends. I got some garlic right here. This, I was in a rush. I was going to get the already peeled garlic, but whatever. We're going to do this right here. Smack that. Don't even remove the plastic. Just open that whole thing. I have real silverware, but I hate washing dishes, so you don't worry about that. Get this little spoon right here. Again, we don't measure. I'm just going to take a garlic is strong, so we're going to do about that much. That much. Okay, a little bit more. And we're going to let that do that thing right there, friends. We're going to chop this up a little bit. Spread them legs in. And we're going to change utensils in a moment. Alright, friend, let's change utensils. Like I said, we rinse around here. Pardon instant. I don't like food smelling my air. So now, mash that shit up. Alright, friend, we're gonna mash that shit up. We're gonna let this cook down. And we're gonna go from there. Alright, friends, drain your meat. But for me personally, I don't drain my meat. I just cook it all the way through. So I don't have that much oil. As you can see, there's not that much oil in here. I do that because I like a little crisp to my meat. As of right now, I don't have any crisp to my meat. I'm just going through and cooking out that tomato paste that I put in there. Like I say, be good with the tomato paste and cook it completely out. You want to get all that tomato paste out. Let's see. I like flavor, so we went with this Hunt's basil, garlic, and oregano. Don't forget to rinse your top. Now, we don't need too much of this. I only use a pound of ground beef now. It all depends on how much ground beef you use on how much of this you use. So let's pop this bad boy open. So I'm coming, friends. I'm coming. See, hood kitchen. We make it work. For me, I'm just gonna use probably about that much in my mixture. I know it's plastic, friends. I'm not gonna melt it in there. See how that's moving now? Now we're gonna cook this shit all the way out. Cause yeah, gotta cook it out. I'm gonna clean this off. We all good with this. We're gonna get us a new utensil. And I'm gonna cook this out and we're gonna work from there, you feel me? Alright. Alright, friends. We're gonna cook that down. All that tomato sauce out there. We got our beef Casamigos. We're gonna rinse this off real quick. This is stronger than beef broth, but don't get me wrong, I got my beef broth too. Yes, it's on brand. Give me a second, let me plug this shit up. It might work better if we plug it. Plugged in. Get this shit out my goddamn way. My new toy. We're gonna use that in a little while. Don't worry about it. I ain't forgot about y'all in my little toy. Alright, friends. Let's pop this open. See how dark that is? That's flavorful. We're gonna pour all that in there. And we're gonna take this. Always shake first. If you're black, you shake first. If you're not black and you white, you just learn to shake first. We're gonna pour all that in there. Again, don't mind a wash machine. We're gonna stir this up. Stir it all in there, make it like that, and we're gonna bring it to a boil. I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit so we can speed this up, friends. My clock say 10:56. Just know I'm in mountain time though. We're gonna do it like that, and we're gonna let that come to a boil. That shit boiling, we're gonna try this new contraption I got. Work with me. Oh, that motherfucker works with. Oh, this is nice. Not bad, friends. It's the best $20 I done spent. Fuck the wrapper. Let's just go right into it. Friends, this done changed the game. Macaroni and cheese about to be elite. Oh, what that little fancy shit they gave me in this right here. Friends, look at that. Oh my God, look at that, friends. Wow. If that wasn't beautiful to you, it was beautiful to me. Alright, now we got that boiling, friends. Let's swirl that shit around. Yeah, perfect for some noodles, right? Alright, let's swirl that. I didn't use a lot of meat, so I'm going to go in with a half a box of noodles. Oh, measurement for you. What you think?
I think it's
All right.
half. A bit more.
A little more? Now you're going into your macaroni fun.
Just a little bit.
Y'all learn my wife don't play about her macaroni and cheese. We're gonna swirl this around, friends. Let that come to a boil. I wish y'all could smell that. That smells so good, friends. That shit smells delicious. All right, we're gonna stir that around, friends. We're gonna let that come to a boil, then we're gonna cover it. All right, friends. Once you drop them noodles, I use large elbow noodles, and you see how they came out? That shit look delicious. So this is what we're gonna do from here. You know that fancy cheese I grated up with my fancy shit? I'm gonna drop that shit all in there. Smack that hoe, get it all out. Every dollar counts. Shit is high. Damn ground beef cost me $8. Mix that in with that cheese. Yeah, stir it like that. Let that shit melt in there. Since it's homemade, I mean not homemade, home shredded. Yeah, you know that shit gonna do its part. Mix that. Friends, y'all want a shot? Let me mix this and then we're gonna have a shot before I add that Velveeta in there. Now, let me know what y'all think, because this is just my version of hamburger helper. So far, this shit's been fire. It's not over salted or anything. That shit's fire. Alright, we got that going. Alright, friends, I brought the 5 pieces of Velveeta. Came in 5 sections, just in case I didn't need it all. The big one might have been too much, and the little one might not have been enough. That's what we're doing. We're gonna drop the hoe in there like that. Damn. Then we're gonna start with 3. My wife likes some cheesy ass shit. My ass don't like cheesy shit because I be shitting my heart out. But we compromise. And we having macaroni tomorrow. Friends, I won't be with y'all tomorrow, but I will show y'all what we have. My wife is the cook. She's not gonna get in the camera, but we will watch her and I will commentate her, and it will be a good old time. Friends, don't try to waste it like me. I don't know what the hell's going on right now. Let me get this shit in there. Now my hand's dirty. Damn, friends. Alright, let's get this started. Let's hope I do it neatly. Alright, let's open this. Bam, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Open this one, open this side. Alright, I already got a full forming over here. Okay, here we go. Look at that, friends. I just got a little bit of patience. Make it pop out perfectly. Alright, friends, we're gonna drop that hoe in there like that. We're gonna wash my motherfucking hands. Let's get this shit cleaned up. Bam. Trash. Bam. Let me wash my hands. Stay with it. We ain't gonna wash it. We're gonna rinse it. So we take this shot and I keep going. Yes, we burn incense because this house, it's gonna smell like fucking food, friends. We wake up in the morning or in the middle of the night to go take my midnight shit or whatever. Smell like damn food. Now I'm shit and I'm hungry. That ain't good for me. Alright, come on, friends, let's do it. To my wife, to my friend. Our friends, I guess, because she being friendly. There we go. Y'all hear that? That's that macaroni and cheese sound. As I stir it, that cheese is melting. We got a big block right there, though. But she's melting. And it's looking like hamburger helper, ain't it, friends? It's looking just like that shit. Yeah. Keep letting it do what it do, friends. What I did, sounds like shit, what the fuck? I put my lid on there. And I let the cheese melt down. We're gonna keep letting it melt down. I turned it up to like 4. So I gotta keep an extra strong eye on it because I don't want it to burn. But it's melting that cheese. 2 wasn't doing it for me. But I'll be back, friends. We're gonna plate this shit and we're gonna have fun. Alright, friends. This should be the end product. Once all that cheese melt down, it should look like actual hamburger helper. Let me hold this because that's thick. You see that? See how cheesy that is? Watch this. All right, friends. This looks really good. All right, bet that. This is our finished product. A little parsley on top. You hear that sound? You see it. You see that steam. Let's try it out.
How else do you think your ass is here? You ain't grown.
Okay, boss, I got you. I have something to tell you, Dad.
Hamburger helper ain't got nothing on this, friends. Try that shit out, friends. Let's end on that with a shot, friends. Thanks for watching me. Let me know how y'all liked it. Let me know if you tried it. Let me know anything. Let me know what you want me to cook. I'm a cooking motherfucker. Let me know. But until then, salute.